All right, all right. I am here with the great Carlos Jones. What's up, Carlos?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, my man. Thank you for doing this and meeting me down here, and most of all, thank you for agreeing to. All right, all right. I am here with the great Carlos Jones. What's up, Carlos?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, my man. Thank you for doing this and meeting me down here, and most of all, thank you for agreeing to headline Rock and Restock 2018. We're excited, and we can talk about that a little bit later. But man, we're down here at the East Bank. It's raining, but it's still beautiful. And look at this. We timed this perfectly. Nautica Queen is floating right behind it. What's going on?
All right.
And we're just here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. So, hey, welcome to This Is CLE Live. My name is Albie Stasek, and we're going to just dig right into this. And I want to know, because I'm sure everyone else in the audience, too, they just want to know who is Carlos Jones, man? I mean, how did you get the start? Obviously, I'm a huge reggae fan. Cleveland loves reggae. You are... And I put this in you didn't know this, but I put it in there. You're the king of reggae in Cleveland, Ohio, because it's true. I mean, when I talk to my friends and you think of reggae show in Cleveland, you're the first name. Oh, is it going to be Carlos Jones? If this isn't Carlos Jones, I ain't going. So, where'd you grow up? Where'd you get your start?
Well, I tell you what, man, I really don't know how this happened, but it's just it's been just a passion of mine, music from since I was a kid,
Yeah.
I'm from Virginia originally, so I'm a Southern boy, and I grew up running around my grandfather's farm in Virginia. He was a tobacco farmer and raised crops and livestock and stuff like that. So, I spent a lot of my time on the farm and in the woods and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's really, nature is where I get my largest amount of inspiration, for music.
That's awesome.
As far as reggae goes, I grew up listening to all kinds of music across the board. It started off in the church. My grandfather was a minister. Our family was always in the church, and just listening to gospel and there, the soul in that music. It really reaches you deep inside,
Yeah.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah.
And so that's what I remember as a kid. And then my dad, being an Army guy, moved us around every couple of years. We spent 2 years in Germany when I was about 6 years old. And at that point in my life, I was listening to the Beatles. I was listening to a lot of the stuff on the radio, the contemporary music that my parents listened to, like the big band swing and all the crooners, Sinatra, Tony Bennett, blah blah blah.
My folks did too. I love that stuff.
I love that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And so I my musical influences were very well rounded. We didn't even have a TV at that point, and so it was just all about music.
It's about music.
Yeah. And Beatles were really huge. In my consciousness. And so when we moved back to the States, then I got into the American soul music from Atlantic, Stax, Philadelphia sound, Jackson 5, Temptations, Motown, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like early to mid 70s, I started hearing there's an artist by the name of Johnny Nash. You remember him? He did the original version of I Can See Clearly Now.
Yeah.
He actually did some covers of some Marley tunes, Stir It Up, Guava Jelly,
blah,
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so that was really my first exposure to what I would later come to be known as reggae.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I heard Eric Clapton's version of I Shot the Sheriff.
Yes.
And then
Great rendition.
I heard Marley.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that just blew my mind wide open. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
So
so when did you pick up the guitar? I mean I know you play and you're a lead singer as well, but when did that come?
Guitar wasn't, it was much later in life. I was 27 by the time I actually picked up guitar, but see, I was influenced by my older brother, who was a guitar player. He was kind of like a prodigy. He could play like Hendrix.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And so he and I would jam together, and I was always the drummer guy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I liked drumming, Ringo Starr,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I especially like the sound of hand drums, congas and bongos and stuff like that.
Right.
So I picked those up, and so this was early '70s,
Yeah.
and when I started listening to reggae, it was that beat that really intrigued me, because it was kind of backwards from everything else that I knew.
Right.
And so, being that I was into the drums, I was just always jamming along, on my congas and just playing along with the music. And, that was really my entry into the whole music scene. The first band I joined, Itall, which was Cleveland's first local reggae band.
Yeah.
When I first saw them, and this was in July of '78. I had just seen Marley in May of '78.
Right.
So I was just like on fire, with that vibe. And I was like, wow, there's a local band that's playing reggae. So I went to see him. Of course, I had my bongos in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, dudes, when I went on break, I was that guy. I was like, dudes, man, you gotta let me sit in. You gotta let me jam with you.
That's cool.
Dave Smeltz, who was the leader of the band, we call him Papa Davey. He was real cool about it, and George, the older Jamaican guy.
Yeah.
I met him that same night, and they were both like, yeah, man, sit over there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
well, you did the same thing. Is that we go back several connections. Very recently, actually, from back to 2016, and we could talk about that a little bit later. But then last year, both of my companies, we combined our parties, and we had it at my house, and you came, and I thought that we set it up through Larry, and he's like, yeah, he'll be there, and then I was expecting you to walk in with a guitar case. Here you come out, he's got 6 sets of bongos, sets up, starts putting them in other people's hands. It turned into a whole party. So that's where this comes from, because you've been doing carrying the bongos around with you for years.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my main love in music, is that rhythm, that beat. And even though I picked up guitar later on just as a songwriting tool to help me understand music and melody and how to write a song, I still feel like I play the guitar like a percussion instrument.
Yeah.
Everything is just rhythm for me. Chink,
Right.
So,
So tell me about First Light, because for me, when I first saw my first reggae show in Cleveland, it was First Light, which you were the singer of First Light, and tell me about how that started, and that was your band, right? I mean,
First Light actually came out of Itall, the band I was telling you about.
Right.
Several members split off from Itall in the end of '83, and so First Light started the beginning of '84, and I just kind of got thrown out front as the lead singer by default,
Oh, really?
They said, yeah, we need a lead singer, and you're it. Boom.
Yeah.
So I had been singing backup with Itall, and there was one song I had written where, they let me sing lead, and so I guess I could halfway carry a tune, so I became First Light's lead singer.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even playing guitar yet at that point, I was still just kind of singing and playing tambourine. And then the fact that I lived with Chopper and Gino, who are both guitarists and bass players, they just said, yeah, man, you need to play guitar. And so Chopper gave me a guitar, and we just started sitting down and just, I was learning from him and from Gino.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I think if I had to name one song that was one of my favorite reggae songs, it's One Love. Just love it, because I think it embraces the whole vibe of reggae as it is. And I mean, I'm a huge rap. I love rock and roll. I love just about every genre that's out there. But the thing that I love about reggae is it's about love. It's about one love, you know, and it's that vibe. It's the beat you were talking about. Man, what would you say if there was one reggae song? What would be your favorite?
Positive Vibration, and that's also a Marley song.
Positive Vibration?
Yeah.
What do you love about that song?
Well, I mean, just like One Love, it embodies that whole concept of, positivity being the universal vibration that brings us all together, And I've heard the phrase "love is positive," and it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
One love being just all inclusive, just universal, just wrapping everybody up in that one vibe. No separation. And those were the kind of things I was hearing as a kid growing up in the church.
Yeah.
And growing up, when you start to develop your own ideas about things and kind of observe things, and you realize how religions have a way of separating people.
Yeah.
When I heard Marley sing "One Love" and "Positive Vibration," that really clicked with me. I was just like, this is the way it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's why I started to really check into the whole Rastafarian concept and see what that was all about. And I was like, you know what? I think I can really groove with this.
Yeah. I mean, what other genre, or even you could just speak directly to even the song, has the lyrics that says, "Hey, let's just get everybody together and be all right,"
Yeah.
I mean, that's just...
It's such a simple message.
It is, and it just... Every time I actually hear the song, I get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, because it's so real and it's just so universal. And no matter where you play it, who you play it for, people feel that.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about being able to play the music, to be able to channel that vibration and see the effect it has on people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you love music, but what's your one love? I know you got family.
Yeah. Well, family comes first with me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not on the road, because, I did the road thing in my 20s, 30s, 40s. But then, raising kids, you start to think about, the things you miss when you're gone and that they're growing up.
Right.
So I want to be around to raise my daughter and be there for my wife and develop that strong family foundation and to be able to have that as, like I said, my foundation, and still be able to do what it is I love and I'm passionate about, and to receive appreciation for it. There's nothing better.
Yeah. I mean, you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You get to come home every night.
Yeah.
You ain't sleeping in a hotel, and doing that road show thing. I used to drive a semi-truck before I was in real estate, and I was gone 6 days a week. And it makes you appreciate your own bed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so I can imagine it. And with all the other things that come with the rock star life, if you could have a normal life and then still do what you love, what could be better than that?
I know. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That lifestyle can really wear you down.
Yeah.
And I've seen too many guys fall by the wayside because they couldn't regulate, they couldn't, find the balance.
Yeah.
And it was important to me to find that balance.
That's
especially
awesome.
When my mom got up in age and she got sick, and I was the only one here of my two brothers to really look after her. So that was important to me, to be there to see her through to her final years.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you made some right decisions along the way, and that's as we mature. The goal, I think, as maturing adults, is to just make better decisions. So congratulations on you, and thank you for the gift that you give in this city, because I know, for as humble as a person as you are, and you'll never admit it, you are an icon to the city. And I'm honored to even have you having, what do we have? So we have some calamari going. Who ordered this? We got some tiramisu.
What is that?
Look
is
at
that
this.
flan? Is that?
Look at this fancy
Wow.
stuff. Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
get
don't
into
get
that,
that
folks.
fancy.
Sorry, we don't have enough to share.
Right. So I want to talk about Rock and Restock.
Okay.
So Rock and Restock, it's a concert that we throw to restock the shelves of the food bank, help those that need it. I'm not sure if you know this, but 1 in 6 people in Cuyahoga County don't know where their next meal is coming from.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I didn't know that.
know that. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it prior to getting involved with the food bank, but I did now, and I said, if there's something that we could do about it, we're going to do it. And what we did first was we said a portion of every, I sell houses. This is my business is in real estate. We help people buy and sell homes, and we took a portion of every commission we earn, and every time we sell a house, it feeds 100 meals to the food bank.
That's beautiful.
But it didn't feel like there was enough. And plus, I love music, love having events.
Yeah, can we get those guys to shut down for a little bit?
Can you ask them to just shut the train down? But so we decided to do Rock and Restock. My friend from Austin, Texas, Chad Goldwasser, it's his brainchild. He let us borrow it. I can't take full responsibility for it, but it's been great, and it's allowed us to provide way more, and I appreciate you being a part of it. Last time we did Rock and Restock was 2016, which was a very emotional year. We met actually because of a mutual, my friend and soon to be yours is Scott Boyani. In 2016, half of the proceeds went to the Boyani's family to help them because he was fighting brain cancer, and he was a childhood friend of mine, great person. His favorite artist in Cleveland was Carlos Jones. So the last concert that we saw together was at Wendy Park, or Whiskey Island, and you were playing, and you want to tell us what, because I actually left early, and we were there with my buddy Dave Berardi, and we drove Scotty down there, and then he gave you something.
Well, I remember this moment. It's burned into my memory. We were setting up, and he and a couple of buddies, come trucking by, and I think he was already in party mode.
Yeah.
And he stopped by my car, and he was just like, "Man, I love you, and I got something I want to give you." And he gave me a T-shirt and a wallet.
A wallet.
Yeah, and this was his wallet, and there was something imprinted on it. I don't know if
we're allowed to say it.
Well, he said on the wallet it said "bad motherfucker."
Bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And he gave me that, and man, that meant so much to me. Just that gesture, and I had no idea of the troubles he was going through at the time.
Right. Right.
But I held on to the T-shirt and the wallet, and it wasn't until you contacted me.
Actually, it was her cousin.
Actually, his cousin.
Yep.
And told me what was going on, and
So you didn't know when you gave you the wallet, right?
I didn't.
So what happened was then Scott's cousin got in contact with maybe Larry or somebody, and one of Scott's last days you came down and played 3-4 songs for him, and I just had missed you. I loved you as an artist before, but that made me fall in love with you as a person. I just knew it. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, and the Boyanis appreciate that, and I'll never forget it. And it's just that's why you will be the icon of Cleveland, not just because of the amazing music, it's because of the person you are.
Well,
so I appreciate it, man.
It really means so much to me that people have embraced me, not only as an artist, but just a fellow human being,
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about, reaching people's hearts and souls, and not trying to be like, some kind of God on a pedestal, but letting people know that, hey, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And we all experience the same things, the joys, the pains, life, death.
Yep.
Birth, marriage, birthday parties. I mean, it's all in that mixed bag that we go through together, and that's what I speak to through my music.
Yeah. I think just enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
There's gonna be bads, there's gonna be goods, but you gotta roll with them all. Well, Scotty's up there looking down at us right now.
Yeah. And I've got it with me, right?
Oh yeah, I bet. I know you carry it around everywhere.
Yeah, man.
There it is. That's it. Love it, brother.
Yeah.
Here,
Man.
let me put that on a little closer for everybody to see there. There it is. So from Scotty Boyani.
So yeah, man, you're always with us.
Yes, brother.
Yeah.
From one bad motherfucker to the next. Appreciate you.
Sure.
So hey, come see us. Come dance with us. Come have fun.
Yeah.
Come have a tequila with my friend Carlos Jones. August 30th. It's right over here at Forward Day Nightclub. We're gonna have a great time. I know the weather's gonna be perfect. So plan on it August 30th from 7 to 11 or whenever we decide to wrap it up ish. Yeah, we're not going to put a limit on it, but the cause is to help the people that at the food bank that need the extra cash to make sure that the kids that go to school that aren't getting the meals that they need at home are going to get the meals maybe when they get to school in the 3 square meals because it isn't happening. Us in the suburbs sometimes are shielded from what's really going on, and there's there's an opportunity for us to have a good time and serve our community all at the same time. I appreciate you, brother.
Thanks,
all right,
Al.
man. Thank you. You guys have a good day. Take care.
Peace.
See you at Forward.